What's up, family? Man, back with another one. Man, family, I bless each and every one of you. Man, may God bless you. May God guide you and keep you and comfort you and aid you in your growth and development, as well as the healing stages of your life. You know what I mean? We have to grow up. We have to grow up, family. Years ago, I was sitting in LA and just complaining about my life. You know what I mean? Just going down the rabbit hole of self-pity and just all that other crazy shit, right? And so I'm sitting there, I was a single father raising my two kids at the time, and just going through it. I was miserable, I was lonely, I was financially frustrated, you know what I mean? My finances were fucked up. It was all bad, you know what I mean? It was all bad. And the worst part of it wasn't even my circumstances, it was my mind. You know, my mind was fucked up. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. So I'm sitting there, this is probably like 96, 97, and I'm raising my two kids, and they're in there watching cartoons, and I'm just sitting in my room, and I'm just down and out, you know what I mean? Just feeling sorry for myself and just so frustrated. It's like, damn, every time I turn around, there's something else, and da-da-da-da, and how come I can't be happy? And look at all these other motherfuckers, and da-da-da-da, and here I am, I'm trying to be a great father, I'm trying to be a good dad, a good man, and da-da-da-da, and these women ain't shit, and da-da-da-da, and I'm just going down this fucking rabbit hole, you know what I mean? Stay with me, I promise you we're going somewhere. And as I'm sitting there just talking to God, just pouring out my heart and feeling sorry for myself, I can hear God asking, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you talking about? What am I doing? God, I'm praying and I'm frustrated and I'm crying. And what are you talking about? What am I doing? You know what I mean? I was probably 26 years old, grew up in Christianity. And so at the time I'm thinking that I'm praying to God. At the time I'm thinking I'm having a heart-to-heart conversation with God. You know what I mean? I'm telling God my issues and my problems in hopes that God's gonna help fix them. You know what I mean? That's not what happened. You know what I mean? Real shit. You know, I don't know who convinced me that we had to do was just talk to God and God was gonna fix everything. Because that's not reality. That's not real shit. You know what I mean? God's not gonna just fix shit because you sitting there crying and pouting and whining. I promise you, he ain't gonna fix shit for you. Stay with me, we're going somewhere. And it's probably gonna piss some of you off, it's gonna trigger some of you, and it is what it is, you know what I mean? And so I'm sitting there, again, this is 96, 97 time frame, and I'm just crying out to God. It's like, God, what the fuck, God, I don't understand it, and da-da-da-da, and I got my Bible, and I'm reading all these scriptures, and I'm pointing to these scriptures. God, your word says da-da-da, your word says da-da-da, da-da-da-da. And again, I can hear God saying, what are you doing? And I'm getting more frustrated because, like, what the fuck you talking about? What am I doing? You know what I mean? What the fuck you talking about? I didn't understand his question. Stay with me. And at first, I thought he was like, what are you doing? And I thought that he was talking about me talking to him and me reading all these scriptures and like, your word says this, your word says this, and your word says this. And I'm quoting God's words back to him. I'm reading his words back to him, hoping that would make him get up off his ass and do some shit for me. You know what I mean? I'm reading all his words back to him. Your words is da-da-da, and da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm using his words as a weapon to get him to act on my behalf. I'm a struggling single parent. I'm lonely and frustrated. And I want God to get up and intervene. I want God to change some shit. But that's not what God was doing. That's not what God's plan was. God had no intentions of intervening on my behalf. God ain't got no plans of intervening on your behalf. I know people tell you all you gotta do is pray and da-da-da-da. God's not gonna intervene on your behalf when there's some shit you could do, when there's some shit you're supposed to be doing. See, so many of us, we have this fucked up concept, and we ain't got to do shit. All we got to do is just manifest and create it and speak it into existence, and a buyout is gonna be there. How many of you motherfuckers been doing that about your man? and he ain't arrived yet? How many of you motherfuckers have been doing that about your woman and she ain't arrived yet? How many of you motherfuckers have been doing that about your finances and they ain't got no fucking better? How many of you have been doing that about your health and your weight and it ain't got no fucking better? We're going there today. We're going there. God is not going to get up and intervene on your behalf because you're too fucking lazy and immature, emotionally immature, to get up and do some fucking shit on your own. We got to grow the fuck up. If you don't understand finances, God is not going to give you $1 million, $1 billion. God's not going to give you $300,000 for you to fuck off just like you fucking off your little measly paycheck you getting now. You run around buying all this useless shit, trying to look like you all that. And you think just because you praying and crying out to God, asking him and begging him for some fucking more, he's going to give you some more? You don't know how to treat your fucking kids. You don't know how to treat yourself. You ain't treated the last dude you had right. You ain't treated the last woman you had right. And you think God gonna give you another one? Just because you lonely and horny? This is a grown folk channel. This is spiritual boot camp. We keep shit real here. You may not like the delivery, and again, you already know I don't give a fuck. I'm a spiritual drill instructor. Your opinions of me don't move me one bit. We got to grow the fuck up. We have to grow the fuck up. God's not going to bless you with more. God's not going to bless you with better health, and you ain't taking care of your body now. You ain't trying to exercise. You ain't trying to eat correct portions. You eating all type of fucking slop and shit, drinking all types of stupid ass shit, and you think God's gonna bless you and get rid of your diabetes, get rid of your high cholesterol because the pastor don't pray for you, the woman of the church don't lay hands on you, and you gonna go home and still have high blood pressure and diabetes and all this other fucking shit until you grow the fuck up and change your motherfucking diet. See, there's some shit that you gotta fucking do. But so many of us, we don't want to do shit. We want to just sit on our fucking ass with this entitlement mentality and think we can just sit back and cross our legs and fold our hands and sip on whatever the fuck we sipping on and just bark out fucking orders. And God is supposed to be like fucking Aladdin, the genie, you know what I mean? And just do what the fuck we want. That's the great majority of us, our opinions of fucking God. I ain't fucking with God until I want something. I ain't fucking with God until I need something. And I'm gonna rub on this lap, give me my 3 motherfucking wishes and take your ass right back in this motherfucking lap until I'm ready for you again. That's how so many of us treat God. He comes around when we want something. He's supposed to come around when we want something. And when we don't want him, keep your ass over there. Don't mind what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, I'm sleeping with da-da-da. Yeah, I'm doing this grimy shit. Don't worry about what I'm doing. I got this right here. Da-da-da. And that's how we treat God. And then when shit go bad, okay, God, come fix this shit. You just told him not to mind what you was doing. You just told him to leave you the fuck alone. You just told him you was going to sleep with so-and-so and so, and you was going to do what the fuck you want to do. Now you don't did what the fuck you want to do and the shit don't went bad. Now you commanding God to come fix this shit. And you expecting him to jump at your fucking call. Because you batting your eyes and you shed a few tears. You think God's supposed to come running to you and bow down to you and kiss your motherfucking ass and fix what you done fucked up. You got a fucked up perspective of who God is and how God get down. God gonna sit there and laugh at your fucking monkey ass and watch you go through the bullshit you go through. And he's not gonna lift a motherfucking finger to fix shit for you. I don't give 2 fucks how much you pray. I don't give 2 fucks how much you fast. I don't give a fuck how much you cry out to God. He's not gonna fix your fucking bullshit until you get up off your fucking ass and grow the fuck up. And do what the fuck you supposed to be doing. I know this is hard to hear because it goes against what church say. Church says just pray, just cry out to God, name it and claim it. Just believe it's done. And motherfuckers been believing that they was gonna get their health fixed for fucking years. And they ain't changed shit. Ain't changed their diet. Ain't started exercising. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You can't expect a king and you don't know how to treat a king. Catch that. You want a motherfucking king, but you don't know how to talk to a motherfucking man. You want a motherfucking king, but you don't know how to humble yourself. You want a motherfucking king, but you can't be submissive. Where the fuck they do that shit at? You want motherfucking millions, but you can't handle $30 fucking dollars. You want a huge platform, but you don't know how to talk to motherfuckers. You ain't doing what the fuck you supposed to do. And you want everybody to follow you. You want everybody to come see what you're doing. You want God to do all this shit for you while you ain't doing a motherfucking thing but making shit worse. And then you get mad and tell me, well, God's not real and God's faking. There's no God in it. No, motherfucker, you just fucking lazy and spiritually immature. You're fucking emotionally immature. You're not gonna get blessed until you get up off your motherfucking ass and do what the fuck you supposed to do. God don't bless fucking laziness. God ain't got shit to do with your fucking laziness. God ain't got shit to do with your fucking ignorance. God ain't got shit to do with your fucking entitlement mentality. God ain't fucking with you like that. And you mad because God won't fuck with you like that. So you get all up in your motherfucking feelings. God's not real, and God did it, and God that. No, God's just not dealing with your fucking bullshit. God's not kissing your fucking ass. God's not bowing down to you. You got life fucked up. All the way fucked up. You say ain't no good men out there. Nah, it's good men. There's a whole lot of good men out there. They just not dealing with your fucking raggedy ass bullshit. They just not dealing with your fucking loud mouth. They just not dealing with you being so fucking disrespectful. They just not dealing with you being so fucking bossy and controlling. It ain't that they weak. They strong as fuck. They just not dealing with your raggedy ass. Because you won't grow the fuck up. You won't heal from your fucking trauma. And so they leaving you alone. They got you on ignore status. They got you on block status, just like God. God's ignoring your ass because you won't submit. You won't humble your fucking ass. You won't do what the fuck you supposed to do. And just like God is blocking your ass, God's ignoring your ass. Real men ignoring your ass too. Just like God's ignoring your ass, real women are ignoring your ass too. It's not that real women don't exist. There's a lot of good women in America. I know it don't seem like it, because all you see is a ratchet, a loud ass motherfuckers, you know what I mean? The ignorant motherfuckers. That's what you see most of in America. It don't mean that there ain't no good ones. There's a lot of good ones. They just ain't all loud and all out like that. They just ain't showing their body out like that. They ain't posting all these pictures of their body and their titties and their ass and all that other stupid shit like these hood rats. See, because a real woman understands she has a hell of a lot more to offer than just her fucking body. A real woman understands that. A real woman don't want nobody to see her fucking body but her man. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. A real woman, she ain't putting all that shit out there like that. A real man ain't entertaining every fucking woman. A real man don't give a fuck what a regular woman think about him. We gotta grow the fuck up. The question is, what the fuck are you doing? You want a better life? What the fuck are you doing to have a better life? You want a man, what the fuck are you doing that's keeping you from having a real man or a real woman? What kind of fucking bullshit are you entertaining? What's your fucking frequency? What fucking vibration are you operating on? How are you moving around? How are you carrying yourself? If you dress like a fucking hoe, a real man ain't paying you no fucking attention. I'm trying to lace you up, trying to give you game. So when God was asking me, what are you doing? This is the stuff that God was talking about. I was lonely and frustrated, my finances were fucked, and I go all down the list of how hard it was to be a single father of two. What God had to show me was, Elijah, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? You want a better life, but you ain't doing shit to have a better life. You want a better life, but you ain't learning shit. You ain't studying shit. You ain't healing shit. You ain't dealing with shit that's keeping you from having a better life. You want a better life, but you ain't letting go of all the baggage and trauma and drama that you've been holding on to that's keeping you from having a good life. When are you gonna grow the fuck up, Elijah? I see that you're raising your kids. Yeah, you're doing a damn good job. But there's more to being a fucking man than doing what you fucking supposed to do by your kids. Yeah, you cooking and providing for your kids. You spend a lot of time with your kids, hanging out, hiking and playing and all this. You're doing a great job in that regard, but you're not doing a motherfucking thing emotionally and spiritually for your motherfucking self. And see, this is what so many of us, quote-unquote, spiritual people get fucked up in. We do so much because we're light workers and healers and all this other shit. We do so much for everybody else. We rip and run and break our motherfucking back to be there to help everybody else. We do all this shit to help other people heal. We do all this shit to help other people come into an understanding of the baggage and the pain and the suffering that they're carrying. But we won't do a motherfucking thing with our shit. We won't dive deep into our bullshit and understand our fucking trauma and release our fucking baggage. All the work we put into making the world a better place, all the work we put into helping others reach their full potential. Well, God had to show, Elijah, you got to put that same fucking energy, keep that same fucking vibration, keep that same fucking drive into healing yourself, into doing for your motherfucking self. Don't be so eager that you do everything for everybody else and don't do a motherfucking thing for you. Don't be so eager to help everybody else and don't do a motherfucking thing to help yourself. Don't be so eager to be a light worker and to heal other people and show them their dysfunctions and all this other shit while not addressing your own dysfunction. What are you doing? How are you spending your motherfucking time? Man, we got to grow up. We got to grow up. Man, family, I hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, to even challenge your way of thinking. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys being here. Happy healing. Peace.